Hello, Ungoogleable. Welcome to your life. Today is beautiful. Please log in.
This is when we invented astronomy. In fact, we're all descended from astronomers. Our survival depended on knowing how to read the stars in order to predict the coming of the winter and the migration of the wild herds. And then, around 10,000 years ago, there began a revolution in the way we lived. Our ancestors learned how to shape their environment, taming wild plants and animals, cultivating land, and settling down. This changed everything. For the first time in our history, we had more stuff than we could carry. We needed a way to keep track of it. At 14 seconds to midnight, or about 6,000 years ago, we invented writing. And it wasn't long before we started recording more than bushels of grain. Writing allowed us to save our thoughts and send them much further in space and time. Tiny markings on a clay tablet became a means for us to vanquish mortality. It shook the world. Moses was born 7 seconds ago. Buddha, 6 seconds ago. Jesus, 5 seconds ago. Muhammad, 3 seconds ago. It was not even 2 seconds ago that, for better or worse, the two halves of the Earth discovered each other. And it was only in the very last second of the cosmic calendar that we began to use science to reveal nature's secrets and her laws. The scientific method is so powerful that in a mere 4 centuries, it has taken us from Galileo's first look through a telescope at another world to leaving our footprints on the moon. It allowed us to look out across space and time to discover where and when we are in the cosmos.
We are a way for the cosmos to know itself.
Carl Sagan guided the maiden voyage of Cosmos a generation ago. He was the most successful science communicator of the 20th century, but he was first and foremost a scientist. Carl contributed enormously to our knowledge of the planets. He correctly predicted the existence of methane lakes on Saturn's giant moon Titan. He showed that the atmosphere of the early Earth must have contained powerful greenhouse gases. He was the first to understand that seasonal changes on Mars were due to wind-blown dust. Carl was a pioneer in the search for extraterrestrial life and intelligence. He played a leading role in every major spacecraft mission to explore the solar system during the first 40 years of the space age. But that's not all he did. This is Carl Sagan's own calendar from 1975. Who was I back then? I was just a 17-year-old kid from the Bronx with dreams of becoming a scientist. And somehow, the world's most famous astronomer found time to invite me to Ithaca in upstate New York to spend a Saturday with him. I remember that snowy day like it was yesterday. He met me at the bus stop and showed me his laboratory at Cornell University. Carl reached behind his desk and inscribed this book for me. For Neil, a future astronomer, Carl. At the end of the day, he drove me back to the bus station. The snow was falling harder. He wrote his phone number, his home phone number, on a scrap of paper. And he said, if the bus can't get through, call me. Spend the night at my home with my family. I already knew I wanted to become a scientist, but that afternoon, I learned from Carl the kind of person I wanted to become. He reached out to me and to countless others, inspiring so many of us to study, teach, and do science. Science is a cooperative enterprise spanning the generations. It's the passing of a torch from teacher to student to teacher, a community of minds reaching back to antiquity and forward to the stars now.
was a wonderful day. Please come back tomorrow.
Red, blue, green.
Mic check 1 2.
Congratulations. You reject the good enough. You reject words like symbolism and postmodernism. Obsolescence is not part of your vocabulary. Every night, every day, every step of the way. The diktat of fashion. The agenda of the color wheel. Gone. It takes more than a pretty face to catch your attention. I repeat. It takes more than a pretty face to catch your attention. Good. That is very good. We are source decoded. For you. For the most perfect moisturizer. The most advanced cosmetic lineup. Scientifically proven, scientifically tested. For you.
Congratulations. Calibration completed.